Hello, beautiful Leo. Welcome to your reading. Today we're going to dive into your next 4 weeks. We're going to start by pulling some symbols for you. Let's see what we have. Stork is a beautiful sign. This means, first of all, the first thing popped in my head is the migration. Some of you maybe mentally, physically, spiritually migrating from where you are to where you want to go to warmer climates. So warmer climates is somewhere that you feel cozy, you feel at home, you feel free, like free of many of the belongings or clothes or something that is holding you back. Basically, it's beautiful freedom coming forth for some of you. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell so you never miss a video. And if you need someone needs to hear it, and someone who maybe needs to reignite their inner child, go ahead and share it with that person. Child can be a childhood endeavor or a childlike joy coming into your life. It can also be a new child coming, but there is something that needs to go. I feel that's exactly what it is. You're letting go of the old self, or maybe feeling old, because feeling old is not really related to the age. It is about maybe like feeling tired of everything in your life, or not feeling the excitement that a child would have. So it seems when you actually focus on that excitement, and this actually mentally maybe even moving to the place that you want to go before it happens, you're going to start to switch things around, and you're going to start putting things that are stressing you out, or maybe making you tired, making you drained. You're going to put them to sleep, guys. We have the clouds here, so it's not going to be always clear. So if you're not really having clear decisions about how the things are going to go, or a clear understanding how the things are going to go, the clouds are telling me like they're going to happen. You're going to have doubt. This doesn't mean that it's not going to work out. The clouds are going to part and you're going to fly. Eventually, this is going to happen. But if you have doubtful thoughts, do not indulge, okay? Do not feed them. Let's see what's happening. You see the pathway opening here, like somebody's smiling and going downwards pathway here. This can be even like mentally. Maybe you're having a challenge with someone at work, and it seems like you're going to either they're going to leave, you're going to leave, or it can be like mentally detaching from their behavior. It's not going to affect you anymore. Tears of joy coming within the first week here. Maybe you're going to receive some good news. The beginning of the second week, we have a Tin Man here outside of comfort zone. There's a pathway opening. Tin Man can be, I think Tin Man didn't have the brain, right? The lion didn't have the courage, but the Tin Man didn't have or which one didn't have the brain, guys? I want to go with that. So someone might need your mind. Someone might need your advice and your direction. That's why you might get an offer of a visit, or maybe they're going to show you something to help them with this. It can turn into an equal exchange. Maybe you're going to get something in return for that. But even if you don't, I see within the second week here, there's like a clean page coming forth. So what you put out is what you get back. When you put out there a positive energy, definitely a positive energy going to start flowing back to you. And this doesn't have to be always show up in the format of like money. It can be something much more valuable than that. Something that you need at this time can be appearing in a way, maybe something that you want from another country, which money cannot even deliver to you, but this person can bring it to you, okay? So I see this is like there's a clean page coming. Maybe you're actually making that deal that can be symbolizing that. But before that, I see there are numbers here, guys. I see 1 and 9, 19. 1 is the new beginning. 9 is the enlightenment. So maybe there's a new start is actually going to bring you a different perspective and enlightenment about a subject. When I get closer, I see someone looks like a dog's face right here. This can be even showing you that some things pushing you to the new beginning is actually showing you the universe's loyalty to your desires, okay? Because sometimes if we for me, that happened usually that way. When something wants to be given to me, that's something that benefits me. Most of the time, I get kicked out of the doors of something that doesn't work for me anymore. And I was actually longer than that I was supposed to be there. I knew that I didn't want to be there, but still, because of my fears, I stayed. And I see, like, this is an example. It's not about physical places. Most of the time, this can be like relationships. This can be about other things that maybe even things that I keep, habits that I keep doing again and again that I'm like holding on too tightly. It seems like some of you are actually deciding to let those go, and you're going to see the universe is actually loyal to you and bringing something much better, or maybe something that you would love to have in your life. I see another thing here within the third week. There's like someone flying over. This person has horns and like kind of looks like a crown as well. Horns are long. I can say maybe a Capricorn if you're dealing with one. I see the letter D, maybe her name, first name or the last name. I see E and D, like Eden, Edna, maybe. There's a person and there's another goat right here showing up. This person definitely has some Capricorn vibes. This doesn't mean that they have to be a Capricorn. It can be like someone who has the stubbornness of a goat that you're dealing with. It seems like they don't want to let go of the goat attitude and they're holding on. There are two people here. They're just reaching their hand in the middle of this relationship. This can be anything, by the way. I was gonna say maybe like a house situation, a home situation, family environment, maybe someone in the family trying to just intervene in your relationship, but it can be also like a work environment too. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's micromanaging. Another thing, let's go other way around. Maybe if you are just actually trying to control everything, every outcome, it can be turning you into a goat as well. Goat is actually a short form of greatest of all times. And if that's the case, you will feel really good about yourself. If what you're doing is not really making you feel good, but making you feel frustrated and like anxiety and also fear, it means that you're being the goat in the sense of stubborn and not allowing the change to come. But if you're feeling good, then that's you being the goat, the greatest of all times. Okay, so this is something pick and choose here. This is not about a certainty. Some of you might be feeling good. Some of you might actually feeling forced, or you're forcing some things. It's time to release the grip a little bit. Because I see here, there's like a Buddha head. You can see a silhouette of a Buddha, and there are even like two of them. This can be two different options and peaceful options coming in when you lose the grip a little bit, okay? I see there's like a champagne glass type of a glass forming here. It can be, again, when you loosen your grip, maybe you're going to find a satisfaction in the things that are right in front of you. You're going to be celebrating them. When you celebrate them, then the peaceful offers, attitudes are all going to start to fill the gap, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I saw a little chunk of money here. So the issue might be about money. Maybe you're going after money. You're fighting for money, working for it. Actually, what do we have here? Your desire initially coming so fast, but then there's a pause. I try to understand why is it there, but there's like two other things. I feel like you're splitting up your energy too much to the things that are not going to matter in the long run, okay? Another thing I see here, there's a massive crowd surrounding you. This can be collective crowd. Maybe you're watching too much of the social media and distracting yourself with too many things, or maybe communicating your ideas and thoughts with so many people that are not really going to like have any effect in the long run. So it's time to a little bit like a quiet is going to be important, because I feel like when you go after everybody else's opinion, you're actually going to lose your grip on what you desire. Okay, so I feel like that's why the goat energy is really need to be used very balanced in your situation. And you can even watch like a documentary related to goats and see their lifestyles. Okay, so because they can be stubborn time to time, but sometimes they have to be, sometimes they're like unnecessarily doing that. So if you are thinking that I need to keep this community together, that's my responsibility, then that can cost some of your peace. Okay, so there's going to be discernment necessary throughout this next 4 weeks. We have the temperance here, and temperance angel tells me that you need to also have maybe a compromise. The compromise will be very successful, and the thing that you think is actually what you're giving up is not something that is causing you to lose anything. It is going to help you gain a lot. And I told you like that there's a peace vibe going on. And the temperance tells us, actually, when we look at the original tarot, the angel is dipping one foot in the water and one foot on the earth. Caution is the key before you jump into anything. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords is feeling entrapment. So witch's circle here we have, surrounded by mushrooms. Mushrooms can be also a protective circle for you, but most of the time Eight of Swords symbolize a mental entrapment. So when you change your mind, you're going to be able to free yourself from whatever is holding you back, and maybe even softening your attitude about something is going to also soften the desire, like it's going to bring the desire to you softer, in a more gentle way. We have 10 of Wands though. You know what happens? I feel like you're trying to carry the whole world. These are all the things that are holding you back coming forward. Being moderation is going to be important, but you're feeling trapped where you are, mentally trapping yourself, and you're trying to carry the whole world weight on your back, and that's why you're not really seeing any progress. That's why the coffin comes here to tell you that you need to just put these things to sleep. You need to stop carrying everything on your back. It's time to take a break, or if you can't, I mean, this is the thing. There are certain things in life that we think that are our responsibility, but when you just step back and just look at from far, you realize that it gets taken care of either way. You don't have to carry it on your back. Okay, it's about recognizing that. Compared to just jumping and trying to do everything, just stepping back, chilling a little bit, and understanding that okay, it's gonna get done either way. So you know why? Because Six of Wands is the victory. When you relax, when you clear your mind, when you release yourself from the entrapment and see that you don't have to take care of everything, you only take care of your part of the things, there's a massive victory coming forward here. Recognition, success, growth opportunities, like you really becoming the center here. Okay, you really becoming the center point of like the victory, and your victory being your hard work being recognized also. What do we have here? The journey. This is a journey for sure. This kind of, though, two of them looking similar to me. This is a shamanic deck, both of them. So what happens there is you are on a lifelong journey, basically. I know this is, we're going towards in the northern hemisphere towards the spring, and the southern towards the winter. They are not really aligning, but one thing aligning is the change here, and this is the journey. So if you're in the northern, I can say that it's time to start planting new seeds for your journey, so you can collect them during the winter and use them. And this can be mental seeds, guys. It doesn't have to be physical. But if this is actually your journey, is if you're in the winter now, it's time to like gather all your energy to yourself rather than spreading it all out there and just, just carrying the whole world on your back. Just collect your energy now, okay? And maybe give yourself some time, rest, because yeah, do everything through the way of the beauty, instead of just trying to force everything, kick the doors open. Let yourself find the key to those doors. Okay, we have a time master here. This time master reminds me of the wormholes. The time master can be someone who can actually have a time jump. So it seems like this is a time for you for that. So maybe there's something you think that is going to take forever, can be done in a very short period of time. So, or maybe there is a shorter pathway to reach to that. It seems like you're finding a way for that. Tree of life indicates a cycle of life. So it is, some of you are really having a definite upgrade here when it comes to life in a beautiful way, and your journey is actually shortened by the time master's help here. So if you think that I have to work really hard to make some things happen, that's not going to go that way anymore. It's going to be much more grounded and much more supported by the earth, basically. Okay, your tree of life. Its tree of life represents the cycles of life also. It's the growth and all the layers of the reality that we have. Let's see what's your spell. We have a love spell here. Charms for love. You can create this little ritual for yourself. Another charm for luck in love is to take 7 tiny rose quartz stones and put them on your windowsill during a full moon for 7 hours. Then pick up the stones while holding them in the palm of your hand and speak this wish spell aloud. Luck be quick, luck be kind, and by lucky 7, good luck will be mine. Blessed be. Okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more video right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.